Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't started a match for Al Nassr, but Ronaldo mania is palpable in Saudi Arabia. A day after signing the Portuguese attacker, Al Nassr climbed to the top of the Saudi First Division after a narrow victory over Al Khalij on Saturday. Vincent Abubakar, who will be Ronaldo's attack partner, was the scorer. The Cameroonian World Cup hero's header took his season tally to 3. On the sidelines of the match, the Al Nassr club shop was stormed by fans eager to get their new yellow jersey with Cristiano Ronaldo's mythical number 7 on it. Fans who hope the arrival of the star will bring light to their club and country. An international player as big a name as Cristiano Ronaldo joining the Saudi League will be a huge enhancement for the Saudi League. I expect that going forward, any player who receives an offer from a Saudi club will accept it because CR7 did. He will accept the offer for sure. I think this is a plus for the reputation of the Saudi League and will attract the attention of football fans and spectators. To bring in Ronaldo, Al Nassr did not hesitate to offer a huge contract, estimated at nearly 200 million euros per year, as well as an ambassadorial role for Saudi Arabia's bid to host the 2030 World Cup.
Brazil started 3 days of national mourning on Friday for football legend Pele, who has died at the age of 82. The 3-time World Cup winner is widely regarded as the greatest player of all time. Tributes poured in for the man born Edson Arantes do Nascimento, who later became known all over the world as Pelé. He was important because he took Brazilian football to the global stage. Everything he did as a player, the way he behaved, his integrity really showed the roots of Brazilian football. It really is a big loss for the country, but he's definitely playing football up in heaven.
Mas com certeza ele está jogando bola onde ele estiver lá no céu lá.
He is part of the history of Brazilian football and will go on being a part of our history like Maradona did in Argentina. Even without speaking, he's the reference for Brazilian football around the world. A wake will take place on Monday, followed by a funeral on Tuesday in Santos, the southeastern city for whose club he played most of his career.
Preparations for the funeral ceremony of football legend Pelé are underway in Brazil. Dignitaries and fans will gather here in the Vila Belmiro Stadium in Santos to pay their last respects to the king of football. A tent where Pelé's remains will be placed has been erected in the center of the pitch at the Vila Belmiro Stadium. Big crowds are expected to converge in the city and surrounding area that is home to almost 2 million people, and the world's media will also be there in massive numbers. The Brazilian Football Federation has erected a huge poster of Pelé outside its headquarters with the message Eterno, or Portuguese for Eterno, written above it. Pelé, the Brazilian king of soccer who won a record 3 World Cups and became one of the most commanding sports figures of the last century, died in a Sao Paulo hospital last Thursday after battling colon cancer. He was 82.
Former Pope Benedict XVI's condition remains stable, announced the Vatican this Friday. The announcement comes 2 days after Pope Francis said that his predecessor was very ill. Pope Benedict resigned in 2013, becoming the first pope since the Middle Ages to do so. His health has been fragile for many years. After resigning as head of the Catholic Church, Benedict retired to a former convent within the Vatican grounds. According to the Vatican press office, the former Pope's condition is stable, adding that no hospital admission was planned as he has all the necessary medical equipment at home. The Rome Diocese announced a special Mass for Benedict later on Friday.
Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara Saturday sought to reassure families of soldiers held in Mali, saying the 46 men would return home soon. His comments come after diplomatic exchanges between Abidjan and Bamako to secure the troops' freedom. The soldiers who have been in Malian detention since July were sentenced by a military court on Friday to 20 years in prison. They were found guilty of treason after a two-day trial. The Ivorian president made no mention of the soldiers' condemnation in his speech. Malian authorities arrested the soldiers on their arrival in Bamako in July, accusing them of being mercenaries. Abidjan says the troops were in the country to provide logistical support to the UN mission there, MINUSMA. The episode strained relations between Mali, the UN mission, and West African bloc ECOWAS. Mediation in recent weeks by Togo has raised hope that the men will be pardoned by Malian authorities and let free.